Alright guys, welcome to the new LP. This is on the Legacy of Kain, Blood Omen. I started doing an LP on this a while ago with Sliver, but I couldn't get into it, and since now I have a lot of free time, I'm going to attempt it. This is the PS3 download of it, so it might work a little bit better than my hard copy did, so... Alright, just making sure about all that. I have to get used to all this controlling again, because it's really awkward. Anyway, this game was produced by Silicon Knights, which I believe is no longer in business anymore, unfortunately. But it's still a good game. Actually, I think that may have became something else. I don't remember. Anyway, let's get started.
There is a magical operation of maximum importance. The initiation of a new aeon. When it becomes necessary to utter a word, the whole planet must be bathed in blood.
The tavern's closing. Best be on your way, stranger.
What? No mug of ale for a weary traveller from distant Corhagen? I can reward you well, for I am of noble blood.
I stay open for no man in these dark times. Things come with the night that no sane man would welcome.
And so I left, cold of heart and soul, forced to the road and the long, bitter night.
Alright, so welcome to the game. As you can tell, the game is quite dated. It's about same graphics, I'd say, as the Diablo series in the beginning. That's because this game was released originally in 1996, I believe? Yeah. It's still a really good game, even though it's that old. It's just really long, and a lot of people can't get into it because of that. I'm going to give you a hint, a bit of fair warning. There are cheat codes, input codes, that you can put into the game. I might use the refill blood one every so often, only because of the actual difficulty of this game. But I'm going to do my best not to, so... The only time I'll probably ever really use that is during exploration, not actual fights. So you don't have to worry about me cheating during that type of stuff during boss fights. But if I do use any of them, I will tell you about the code and how to use it. Anyway, let's get started in this game. Load screens are pretty long, so...
That's in!
There's no way to survive this.
End it! Now!
They, victors, suffering to the conquered. Ironic that now I was the one suffering. Not anything as pedestrian as physical pain, rather the cruel jab, impotent anger. The hunger for revenge. I didn't care if I was in heaven or hell. All I wanted was to kill my assassins. Sometimes you get what you wish for. The necromancer Mortanius offered me a chance for vengeance, and like a fool, I jumped at his offer without considering the cost. Nothing is free, not even revenge.
You will have the blood you hunger for.
I awoke to the pain of a new existence, in a dank womb of darkness and decay.
Alright, so we're now the Vampire Kain. Fun little side note, I think I pressed the wrong button though. Nope. Stats. This actually increases throughout the game. Despite me only playing for 7 minutes, it says that the time played is 4 days and 7 hours. This is the length of time you've been as Kain from the bar till now. So he has been dead for 4 days at the least. This will increase throughout the course of the game. How many people we kill, how many people we feed off of, and how many people we just outright mutilate. I will be doing my best to get all 100 secrets. There are a lot, as you can tell. And I'll do them best in chronological order of when they are available. For now, we have 0, obviously. You do not need 100 secrets to get to the max prestige class, so don't worry about that. Anyway, sad fact, by the way, the voice of Mortanius, the guy you just heard speaking to Kain, he sadly died. I believe his name was Tony J. He plays a more significant role, a different role in the future Legacy of Kain games, and he can no longer do it, unfortunately. Also, side note, I believe, if memory serves, that is one of the reasons why they stopped making the Legacy of Kain games. That and the last game that was released did not sell as well as they had originally anticipated. So... but there are petitions online, I guess, for requests to make a new game, and people actually are trying to make new games based off the scraps of information they got from press releases about the new game that would have released if things went well. If a new game does come out, I will be playing it. Alright, so let's get this all started. If it's too dark, please do tell me. I will up the brightness up a little bit. If it... no, I'm not going to do that. But I will check the video after I get done with all this, well, when I get done with the editing, or get done with this bit, and see if it is too dark. If it is, the next set will be a little bit brighter. Anyway, our first spell.
The sanctuary spell enables me to travel to my crypt, where the soil of my grave provides me respite. I often resort to this when I am weak and need nourishment.
Alright. Hold on. Controller settings. Can I actually use the analog? Nope. Understandable. Fun little side note, Ve Victus. It actually is a real word, and it does mean suffering to the conquered. However, technically the pronunciation is wrong. There is no V in the language they use it from. I believe it's either Latin or Welsh. Technically, the proper pronunciation of it would be with a W instead of a V, so it'd be Ve Victus. And obviously that sounds a little weird, so they stuck with the Ve Victus.
Reputed to have been ripped from the chest of the greatest vampire to have ever existed, Janos Audron, the heart of darkness restores vampiric unlife. Life is precious, Janos discovered, as it was torn, throbbing and bleeding from his own body.
These are people we can just feed off of. Just walk up to them and press circle. We'll find them throughout the course of the game.
This ancient vial bears with it a dark gift indeed. For with it, my life force is increased.
I'll do my best to find all of them, but I can't guarantee I will.
These ancient symbols of power contain raw magical energy that increases my own capacity to summon energy for the spawning of spells.
So you need magic to cast spells, obviously. Also, each person you kill will be respawned as a ghost when you come back here, and their blood, quote-unquote, restores your magic. Save point.
Within the walls of these chambers I could find respite. And if I so chose, resume my journey when my weariness abated.
Alright, so let's do our first save. That's from my other games. I'll probably end up making multiple memory cards that I'll use for multiple LPs. Now each set is going to be me attempting at least to get to. Well, I'll explain once we get to the pillars, which you'll understand in a minute. Also, again, I'm going to say this like I do at the beginning of every LP. Please, no spoilers. If you wish to talk about the storyline, talk about the storyline that has passed already. I will delete any comments that post spoilers for future games and future storyline bits. Also, you can post theories so long as it pertains to the game they're involved, or the series of the games up to that point of the LP. So, for example, talk about theories about the timeline between Blood Omen and Soul Reaver is okay, but not Blood Omen and Blood Omen 2 in the middle of a Soul Reaver LP. Don't do that, please. There are a lot of people that don't know about these games or haven't played these games, so please don't spoil it for those that don't know. Thank you. Now that's all out of the way.
When rainfall comes, vampires are wise to find shelter from its acidic touch.
Press the wrong button. Come on. Alright, here's our map. The graveyard we're in. I find it kind of annoying. It's one of the few things I don't like about the game, besides the load screens, that you have a view of the entire area you're in, even if you've never been there. Like that secret area right there would have been and remained hidden if I didn't go exploring into the places that need to be. There we are. R1. When there are days like that, you can drink from them. I was trying to find the zoom out feature. I do know in the PS1 version, or the original version, if you are out like this, the game would lag horribly. I'll only have the screen pulled out when I'm on the field map. I'm gonna leave these guys alive. So I can come back if I need to get some blood. You'll see me exploit loopholes like diagonal attacks. A lot of enemies can't attack diagonally like we can. So you can literally stand in their blind spot and be perfectly safe. Also, at the end of the series, I'm going to do a timeline video, which basically describes the timeline of Legacy of Kain, and do my best to try and explain some of the theories that exist. There we are. There are a lot of theories in this game, and you'll understand later.
These curious devices hurl bolts of whirling energy and eviscerate my human enemies by stripping ragged flesh from blood-stained bone.
Alright. I'm gonna equip that, actually. Now, how do I use it? X. Okay. We'll find a lot more of those later. Alright. More black hearts. There, flay. Ow. There actually is a secret here, but we can't access it yet. We need to be able to move these gray rocks, but we can't yet. Alright. So it seems like, to me at least, the loading screens are a lot more forgiving in the PS3 version. Which is understandable, you know, better hard drive and whatnot.
Hunger and weakness are no bar to vengeance's call. I would find my slayers and send them back whence I came. What trickery is this?
Their sneering faces were forever etched upon my memory. I had crossed death for this moment. My mind was empty save for one thought. I would kill.
There is no greater release than that from vengeance sated. With my assassins dead, my quest was over.
'Tis not over, Kain. These fools were merely the instruments of your murder, not the cause. Look to their masters. Look to the pillars. And gain way to the fortress of the mind.
Alright. And what's this?
This was where the bloody deed of my murder took place.
Ziegstrahl. I believe I pronounced that correctly. A lot of the names are going to be in German, by the way. Or Russian, I'm not sure. If you want, you can go inside and start killing people, but I'm gonna leave this place as a nice bloody blood supply. Fun side note: if you come across people sleeping, you can sleep from them, or drink from them. But walking up to them, press circle. But like I said, I'm going to keep this town as a blood supply, since it's so close to the graveyard.
The world had changed to my eyes. I had not expected such cruelty from the light. For in the embrace of the sun I could find no comfort, only malice. This would change in time for the worse, along with other things.
So as the sun comes out, you actually get weaker and you take more damage. I believe you lose health quicker too. Jeez, my throat's... something stuck in the back of my throat. But as I said earlier, there's no way to survive the onslaught of enemies.
The necromancer had offered me no warning as to what my resurrection would entail, and yet I must confess in my haste I had not sought one. Was his gift a curse? I would seek the pillars for an answer.
Alright. Now we'll find signposts throughout the game, of course, that tell us where we're going. Obviously, that one's pointing back towards Ziegstrel. The angled enemies. These are one of the few enemies that can attack at a proper angle. But if you stand in their weak spot, which is right here, they can't touch you. But they can move to be in front of you to throw shit at you. Ow. Alright.
Victor!
Alright. Little. Now, despite the dated graphics and the relatively easy combat, I do love this game. It brought into a new concept for a main character. As far as I know, there weren't any anti-heroes.
As daylight chases darkness, the vampire's power wanes.
Thank you for that, Kain. As far as I know, during this time there were no anti-heroes. You're always were, the dashing knight that saved the damsel. But in this one, you actually are a bloodthirsty monster.
Save Victor!
And they don't hide that fact. I love it.
The pillars of Nosgoth. Even in life, few sights have moved me such as this. I marvel that such beauty should grace our dying world.
Alright, so that's the Pillars of Nosgoth. Nosgoth being the land we're currently in. Speaking of which, see if we have the world map. That was the wrong button. Oh, there it is. Alright, here's the world map. Obviously we can't explore... Oh, yeah, we can. D-pad. All these places that we see on the map, we will be going to. With the exclusion of the little sea monster to the left, I think. Although I think we can get there. Later on, we'll find a trick to actually travel across rivers, and we might be able to check that area to the bottom right. But for now, the blue glowing spot is where we need to go. Right, onward. Shiny. Also, fun bit of side note before we go in here. the death sequence of Kain was originally going to be a video, but the programmers decided to change it at the last minute. The only evidence of this video still in existence is a screen cap of Kain in his white armor with blonde hair killing someone as the assassin comes up behind him with a sword. Oh, before I forget, our menu. Good, cool picture of Kain, in my opinion. And we have our weapon.
Iron sword.
We have our weapon. Kain will say what the item is, and if you press square, I believe he'll give you a description of it. Nope. Squares get out of the menu. Let's try
Iron sword.
X. Circle.
Forged by the Cerioli, the legendary weapon masters of Nosgoth, this blade will serve me well in life and beyond.
So these tells you the basic information about it. It's really good power, physically. You'll probably be using it most until you get some good weapons.
Iron armor.
The iron armor.
As it was born from hellfire, forged by the necromancer's magic, my armor resists fire and provides me with strong defense.
If you give me a moment, this might cause some lag, I'm going to open up another window that will have more information that I can give. Let's see here. Battle artifacts. No, weapon and armor. There we go. Let's see here. So yeah, this armor is really good for overall protection. We'll probably use it for quite a while. Actually, we will, because we don't get new armor for a while.
Iron armor.
As he said earlier, it protects us from basic fire attacks, but it doesn't nullify it. So we take less damage from fire.
As it was born. Iron sword.
Then our spell tome.
Sanctuary.
They'll just tell us the same thing we already know about the armor, the weapons and spells, if we actually select them. I mean, each item and each weapon in the game has a quote that I'll try and have Kain use before I use the item. Now, every Legacy of Kain fan who has never played Blood Omen is about to have a nerdgasm here. First time at the pillars.
Lepraptor, your madness has shattered our dreams and blinded you.
Keep your distance, or I'll send you back to hell, spirit!
There is nothing left of me to fear, vampire. I'm only a shadow of my former self, Ari, the balance of the Circle of Nine. Even so, I can provide the answers you seek.
I seek only a cure.
There is no cure for death, only release. You must destroy the sorcery that is now poisoning Nosgoth. Only then will you realize peace. The 9 of the Protectors of Hope were sworn to use their powers to preserve our world. Now these pillars have been corrupted by a traitor. My murder at the hands of this beast drove my love Lepraptor mad. Now he spreads misery and pain among the Circle, crumbling the very foundation of Nosgoth. You must restore balance. You must right the pillars of Nosgoth.
I care not for the fate of this world.
Then for yourself, Kain. Beware the unspoken.
Lepraptor, with his blind act of vengeance, threatened to destroy all of Nosgoth. Each Circle member was bonded to the pillar he served. The pillars reflected the mental state of their servants, and as the minds of the Circle degenerated and descended farther into dementia, the pillars crumbled. To restore them, each member of the Circle had to die, and the artifact that served as their link to the pillar had to be returned. Only when all the pillars were restored did Ariel claim my curse would end. And so, my hunt for Nupraptor began.
Alright, so each set of this LP is going to be basically me getting to one of the Guardians, killing them, and returning the artifact. Maybe returning the artifact depending on the storyline and where I'm at. If not, it'll just be me killing the Guardian and going to the next area.
These beacons serve as landmarks during my flights in bat form. Once I have committed their locations to memory, I can always return.
Awesome. So all I have to do is run over across the square. Marked. Here's the bat form.
In bat form, I can travel great distances with ease. From my vantage in the heavens, no region of Nosgoth is forbidden to me.
Alright, and I believe the way to access it is R2. No? It's map. No? How do I access it? Triangle, okay.
Bay Victor!
A little piss at you.
Bay Victor!
I was eating. And I assume you technically can skip this area, but I advise against it. You get a really nifty spell here that's helpful. Now, each area that has a new unique spell or is a shrine to a ability or weapon that you get will have a mural of it on the ground. I highly doubt that the creators of this place knew Kain to become a vampire and painted it though, so it's mostly just for us. Narrow save point. Let's save it. Five days, 14 hours. Wow. Alright, we should be coming across our first secret, too. This little purple area. Go into it. Unlock that and get it. Once you get that, you get your first secret. No. Alright, there's our new spell.
While it is true that natural light weakens a vampire, magical light can have many uses indeed.
Alright, wrongs. Menu. Now you guys can see perfectly.
Oh, please, help me, kind sir. Oh, please, help me, kind sir. Oh, please, help me, kind sir.
Jeez, I may just kill these guys to shut them the fuck up. Alright. Now we can't go backwards at this point, so we can only go forward. Oop. Ow. Oops, accidentally killed the guy. Fortunately, we get no negative repercussions for using our light spell. Other than using magic, of course.
Oh, please, help me, kind sir.
No!
Oh, please, help me, kind sir.
Alright. This is probably my default spell. Just so I can see where the fuck I'm going.
Please, help me, kind sir! Help me, kind sir! Help me, kind sir!
Ow! I believe this right here is now marked for the secret, by the way. Let's see here. No, that's probably just to open the door. Alright. More magic. Now this column we have to examine. That should be the second one. Let us check to make sure. So we should have only 2 secrets unlocked. Yep. Some of these secrets aren't all that secretive, I guess. They're just really annoying to get every so often. Alrighty. The Hearts of Darkness, I haven't explained what those do. If you use them as an item, it will restore your HP, your blood to max. If you don't use it as an item and die, you can use it as a continue. Oops. How'd I miss the skeleton and kill the guy? I'm checking to check where we're at. Alright, so we're going... Yeah. Alright, so we're done with this area. Enemy respawn, by the way. Oop. Next area.
Save Victor!
Why not, you know? Back to Zeegstra if you want to go that way.
Night dawns, and with it, the vampire grows stronger.
Noctulm. We'll find out more about it when we get closer to the town. So we can't go that way. Another save point if you need it. I think I'm good for now.
My lupine form enables me to move like lightning and leap over obstacles barring my path. But the guise of the wolf brings with it its own kind of hunger and rage.
Not really. Jump. Jump. Didn't mean to kill him, but okay. Yeah, I keep going too quick on that. These are blood vials, by the way. In case you have low on health, just run across them. But I'm not, so. They're assuming you'd be hurt by the time you get out of there. They're pretty generous on those Hearts of Darkness, jeez. Alright, let's get close up. Go around. For quicker attacks. Crap! Luckily he's not that bad. This one isn't. Like I said, I'm going to do my best not to use the refill blood code. I might use it, like I said earlier, for damage I get for exploration purposes, or for standing still for too long. Which I'll explain why you do that anyway. Ooh, teleporter. Leads you right back to the entrance of the Shrine of the Wolf, I guess is a good thing to call it. Alright. Unfortunately, you can't drink from wolves, so it gets something to do with the whole, you turn into a wolf. It's kind of, rude. So we now can jump off cliffs and over certain things. Alright. Let's go this way. We'll be heading over there in a second. I'll explain what that is in a moment. Let me... okay. Sorry, I'm just remembering some of the German I know. Nacht, if memory serves, is darkness. Or night. Go this way first. Bat beacon. That'll be good in a moment. Now these places are interesting. As you see, there's a symbol of the flay on the ground. Kain is going to explain what this place is as soon as I step on this triangle.
One must be wary in dealing with the spirit forges. The wraiths and shades that inhabit them offer items beyond mortal dreams in exchange for a sampling of your blood. The wraithsmiths forge their items with forfeit souls.
By coming in here, you get a mark, or a secret. We'll go in here and I'll explain what I'm going to do with these forges in a moment.
Shed your blood for me. I these artifacts will be yours.
When you examine the blood circle in the middle, let me turn the light, you'll be given the option of sacrificing blood for items. You can sacrifice most of your health, which is each sacrifice is going to be all but the tiniest sliver of your health, for 10 of the item that is shown outside. Now I'm going to use a code to actually work on these so I can get 99 of them. I'm debating on that or not. If you have a certain feeling about that, post in the comments. I'm not going to do it this set. I'm going to do it next set after I give some time for people to post and whatnot. So if you don't mind me using the input code to get 99 flays, or every item in the game basically, as soon as I find the forge for it, please say go ahead and do it. If you don't want me to do it, like you want to put a restriction on me where I have to use every item I find in the game, please say so. If I get no response or no comments, I'm going to do it anyway. Because that's how I played this game when I first did it. Well, second time I did it technically. Force of habit, I always play a game once through without cheating. Which is my advice for anyone that has the moral, quote-unquote, dilemma of cheating or not. Anyway, now that we have that done, we have 3 secrets, and we are going to be doing some backtracking for a little bit. For some secrets. We are going to actually use our Sanctuary spell. No, stop it, Kain. But yeah, so I do use the code. I'm only going to do it once per forge, so I'm not going to go back there constantly and recharge my items. Ghost. Now the reason why we're here is for 4 secrets. Alright, so we're going to go down. And over here, but we're not going to enter here. We're actually going to go to the right. And up here. With our werewolf form, or wolf form, you're able to jump these gates. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. That's a secret. Fun fact, examining these gives you this. That actually is a language of the game. It's blood script. And if you translate it, it actually says rest in peace and then one of the coders and designers of the game. All the tombstones down here say that. Alright, Oh, you motherfucker. Ooh, another blood vial. Friggin' zombies, I swear. That should make us up to 3 secrets, or 6 secrets. I pressed the wrong button, didn't I? Yeah. I have to be outside my wolf form to do it. So we should be at 6 secrets now. Five secrets, oh. Because we have to go through this portal first. I'm still a whelp. But anyway, the whole using the code thing to get the flays, I would do that the proper way, which is use it, go out, feed on someone, go back in, keep doing that over and over again. But I want to keep the blood stocks up.
A medley of death and evisceration. Let fate choose my enemy's demise.
That is the Planchette Terror card ability. You basically use a random item, battle artifact, on the enemy and it will kill them. Alright, now... Oops. Keep doing that. That should be 6 now. Yep, okay. We have one more to do and it'll take us right back to where we left off. Or it should at least. Alright, I'm gonna go werewolf and get over there quicker. There we go, okay. Oop. But yes, if I do the cheat thing, I will tell you the code to use it, so you guys can do it too if you want.
Their sneering faces
This
were
again.
forever etched upon my memory. I had crossed death for this moment. My mind was empty save for one thought. I would kill.
I think I glitched the game a little bit for that.
What trickery is this? There is no greater relief than that from vengeance sated. With my assassins dead, my quest was over.
Oh, shut it, Kain. We've already heard this before. Alright, now what you want to do is jump over the bar and go to this red glowing spot and kill the bartender for not letting you stay. Click the button. Open the door, go in. Use teleporter. Sorry about that. Take us right back to the Flay Forge. I still need to jump though, don't I? Yeah, I do. Oop, wrong way. But now we have the Bat Forge to get the Bat Beacon here, so we can get back there if we need flays. Thank you. You can feed on 2 enemies at once if you double tap or tap circle repeatedly for the number of enemies that are there. Oh, I ran out of magic, so I have to revert back. Never really noticed that required magic. I usually use wolf form for quick sprints to get from A to B. Thank you. And into here we go. This is another item area. Let me save. This will give us the energy blast ability, I believe. Yep. Just out of his reach. Oh god. One stay away from that.
The energy bolt employs magical force in its rawest form. A messy spell, but a potent one nonetheless.
We're actually going to be using that in a moment. I'm actually going to use my flay on these upcoming enemies. They're straight up there. I want to save my mana for other enemies. It takes 2 to kill those guys. Thankfully, it's a homing weapon, so... Oh god! Alright. It uses quite a bit of magic to use, so... We can also use it to push buttons at a distance. I believe. There we are. Oops. Come on. There we are. That should be them all.
Please, help me, kind sir.
I'll help you. I believe we didn't need to activate this one. Yep. All but the middle. Ow. Damn it. Alright. Skip that motherfucker again. And run past them. If I get a guy to follow me, I'll feed off him. Good idiot. Thank you. Unfortunately, with the energy bolt, it does do a lot of damage and kills pretty quickly. Problem is, you blow up the enemy and you can't feed off them. That's the double-edged sword part of the spell. God knows I don't want to go through that again. It's weird though, that knife-throwing guy threw his knife with the sound effect of him throwing a spell. The one near the end before I exited the room. Thank you.
Bay Victor! Bay Victor!
Thank you. What's this say? Noctulm again. I already know about Noctulm. Die. Thank you. We're actually going to jump this, so we're going to teleport, or transform. I believe normally this is locked. I'll explain what I mean by locked in a little bit.
The blood of ages flows so sweet. Come, drink from us.
These are blood fountains. They give us new abilities, or special perks, I guess. This one gives us, well, they'll explain.
Your strength has increased, for our blood enhances.
So we're now able to push heavier things. There's actually something in the crypt I want to get, but I'm actually going to pause this real quickly and be right back. Sorry. Just be a moment. Stay paused. Be right back.